Richard Lewis on the phone, performing June 4th through 6th, Venetian Showroom, with Susie Essman from Curb Your Enthusiasm. That should be fun, huh, Richard?
Hey, good morning. This is Jack FM, isn't it?
Jack FM.
It's not Jack Ruby FM, is it?
No, we had to drop that.
Oh, okay, good. But yes, I opened June 4th. I don't even know what city I'm in now. You caught me on the road. I'm in the middle. I've done about 12 cities in the last 38 days, and then I cannot wait to hit the stage at the Venetian because I'm like my dysfunctions are on fire.
Now, for those people that don't know, Susie Essman was Jeff Garland's wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and is best known for telling everybody to F off.
She's the wife and has a tendency to speak her mind in the most profane way. Yeah.
How often does she tell you to F off? Is that, like, common?
No, off screen, off camera. She's one of the most lovely women I've ever met. But, it's quite an extraordinary character she's done for herself. And, and for me, I play myself. And it's almost like that's really where it's at with Larry and I. Larry and I know each other, for almost since we're 12, and we do argue all the time. We love each other, but we argue, and that's what happened on Curb.
Well, for people that don't know, you met Larry David at summer camp.
Yeah, I met him at camp. At 12, he was a despicable, gangly, angry athlete. I hated him. But I must have been equally as obnoxious because we really hated each other. And I never saw him again. I became a comic a year or so before him, and then he became one. He was an extraordinary stand-up, but he loved my work, and I loved his. We became best friends, inseparable. Had no clue that we knew each other 13 years before, until one night at a club in New York we were working at. I got a little spooked looking at him, and somehow we retraced our childhood, and we realized we were the same Richard and Larry, who despised one another as children. It was absolutely... We almost came to blows initially. It triggered that. And then we laughed. I mean, it was a 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot.
So, Richard, do you and Larry still hang out together? You guys go have lunch?
Oh, absolutely. If he wants to have an argument over lunch, he calls me.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I see him from time to time, but we see each other a lot. I went to the rap party 2 nights ago, and to see Larry, and the Seinfeld cast is in this year. Don't know how. I would never tell you anyway if I did know, but why would I spoil it anyway for people? But I did a scene with Jerry and Larry. It was a lot of fun, but more fun for me was because I loved Larry, and watching these guys work together. Really, you couldn't get a better show for Jerry, and you couldn't have gotten a better show for Larry, and he really sort of topped it, sort of like Seinfeld Unplugged to me in a way, because Jason Alexander was really a lot like Larry in real life, but now he's really doing him.
Right.
So even though he says no, I mean, it's a little jacked up a little bit. How about that little plug-in I threw in for the station, huh?
I appreciate that.
Jacked up.
That was good.
It was Jack FM'd up, and but he can't be that nutty, and so yeah, we see each other from time to time, and but I'm a very emotional guy, and I have a tendency to want to talk about all this, So I'm more like I'm more like a woman in the relationship, and I don't mean to be sexist, but I want to share all my feelings, and there are some women that don't do that, but he really keeps his stuff. He's a typical guy who doesn't want to talk about what's going on. He keeps it to himself, or maybe a few confidants, but it certainly hasn't been me. I don't expect it to start now.
Well, Richard, before I let you go, I had to ask you this question, or tell you this, I should say. My boss, I told him I was going to talk to you today. He's from Ohio State. He's an Ohio State alumni, and he mentioned, Richard Lewis is from Ohio State, because he's everything Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm a Buckeye. Graduated back in during all the turmoil of the Vietnam War, but so.
Well, he wanted to know what your thoughts were of USC Ohio State this year.
The bigger issue about Ohio State is that, and I saw them win the national championship. 2002, I was on the field, and just beating Michigan is plenty for me. And you can ask your guy, your friend. I mean, what is he, the program director?
Yeah, he's the boss.
The boss will know that even no matter how bad life's going, if we beat Michigan, everything's upgraded for the entire year.
That's all that matters.
I haven't missed a Michigan game for 40 years, literally. So, and he probably the same.
Well, Richard, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, forget Michigan. It's all about Vegas for me now, baby.
Absolutely.
I've been there many times. I love it. The Venetian's gorgeous. I'm co-headlining with a friend. Couldn't be any better. Can't wait to blow that room away with my dysfunctions and have people realize how lucky they are not being me.
June 4th through 6th, Venetian Showroom. You can get tickets at Venetian.com or call 414-9000. Thanks, Richard.
Oh, I love you, buddy.